Hey, you guys, Desmond here,
And LaCresha.
and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are here to talk about Canada's Drag Race, Canada versus the world. Before we get into it, though, let me quickly remind everyone to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We really do appreciate the love and we want to continue to grow. So help us out with the algorithm, especially putting down comments and likes. If you like or disagree with us, let us know down in the comments. Let's have a conversation as long as you don't get crazy.
Yep,
Okay?
keep it respectful.
Please keep it respectful. That's all we ask. Um, but yeah, what did we think of this episode? The Spy Queens.
Um, let's see. You know, it was a pretty decent episode.
It was okay, but the judging, it made it very clear
Mm-hmm.
because honestly, one of the queens in the top two should have been in the bottom, if you asked me.
Mm.
But we'll get to it. Let me go ahead All right, so we start off after the non-elimination. They're sitting down,
Mm-hmm.
they have a conversation, hoping that Isis is doing well and just happy
Mm-hmm.
that they get another chance to participate. They
Mm-hmm.
congratulate Victoria for winning her lip sync.
Mm-hmm.
They ask her, well, if you would have won the lip sync, who would you have sent home? Vanity.
Yes.
And then Silky announces that she's not going to reveal it right now. She's going to talk to that person later individually. And when she said that, I'm like, oh, it was Vanity.
Yeah.
She
That was kind of obvious.
yeah, she didn't want to kick her while she was down. But I just, I appreciate her doing this. Like, I thought that was really sweet of her considering Vanity's feelings during this.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I wouldn't have cared and would have been like, Vanity.
But you're that cutthroat though.
But Silky pulls her to the side and be like, I did pull your lip sync. Lip sync.
Mm-hmm.
And Victoria took, not Victoria, Lord, to me,
Vanity.
Vanity.
Wrong drag thing.
Vanity took it very well because, even when she was talking earlier, she's like, listen, if it was my time, it was my time. I accepted it. I'm happy to be
Mm-hmm.
here. I'm happy to slay another day. But yeah, I had a feeling that it was going to be me. And she's
Me.
right. Both queens did choose Vanity.
Right.
So we come into the workroom the next day. They give us this little cheerleading pyramid here. They drag Victoria across the floor while she's wearing a white shirt.
Okay.
Then they sit here and they start discussing track records.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, we're at that point. We're at the semifinals. So yeah, we're talking about track records. We're coming towards the end. So RuPaul comes up onto the message board, gives her message, and Tracy
Mm-hmm.
comes in her Ivy Park suit here,
Yes.
looking stunning. Honey, her titties was out this whole episode.
A whole episode.
Just sitting there. I'm like, Tracy the titty.
TTT.
TTTs. Yeah, TTs. But yeah, Tracy announces that this week they'll be doing an acting challenge called Spy Queens. And because Victoria won last week's lip sync, she
Mm-hmm.
gets to choose who gets what roles. So they
Hey.
sit down and have their conversation. The roles were handed out. They were discussing about possible alliances just because of how they were sitting there.
Right.
They go to the set and they are shooting with Tracy. Side note, like if Spy Queens was the category and they came out in this would have ate.
Okay.
Like I imagine they would have put heels on, but like the actual outfits, like whoever gave them this, because I imagine since it's an acting challenge, they gave them.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, this was everything.
It was
Everything. Everybody looks good. Everybody
good.
looks good.
Good. Even if you did recycle one or two of them wigs.
Stop it. You stop it. But conversations about relationships is what happened while we were getting ready in the mirror. And Raja
Mm-hmm.
basically saying, a lot of her support comes from the fellow queens who have competed on the show.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get to the main stage. And typically I just get Brooklyn, but I had to get Tracy because this full thing, I lived for this. I did. I was like, okay, Miss Tracy. I thought she was the host for a second, the way she was dressed. But what do we think of Miss Tracy's look here?
That is gorgeous. And again, titties is out, legs is out.
Hips, and body.
See, I had a whole different song stuck in my head.
Still mad that they never done anything with that. But anyway, Brooklyn Heights. What do we think of this look here?
I think this is the first one of hers I'm not that fond of.
I like it, but we've been spoiled with her looks.
Right.
So this was it's a soft two.
Yeah.
It's a soft one. But this week we were joined by Brad, which I didn't mind what Brad had on this week. I'm like, okay, Brad.
Because we didn't see the whole thing.
Yeah, we did when he was walking down the runway.
Oh, yeah.
You probably weren't paying attention, but
Probably not.
I saw the full thing. I'm like, okay, it's not bad. It's not the best, but okay. And then Tracy Melshore and the Melshores.
It,
And then Joe Z, another stylist. Why do we have so many stylists this season? Are we having issues getting guest judges on Canada?
maybe.
Baby, it'll be a gag if they can get Avril Lavigne or Nelly Furtado for season 4. It'll be a gag if they could pull that off.
Hmm.
No, it'll be a gag if they could pull off Justin Bieber or Drake. Now that would be a gag.
Ooh.
That would be.
Yeah, I don't think either of those is gonna happen. Maybe Justin Bieber, maybe Haley Bieber.
What about Ryan Reynolds?
He would do it.
That in my
He would do it.
do it. Ryan would probably.
He would do it. Him and Blake Lively would do it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But let's see if we can get somebody. Because don't get me wrong, the biggest guest judge we have were during the first season. They had some pretty big names during that first season.
Mm-hmm.
I know Deborah Cox was there. That lady. Well, I forget her name, but she was there for the Snatch Game episode. But still,
Oh Lord.
come on now, Crave. Come on, Crave. Because if this was World of Wonder, they would have pulled some strings. But Crave is producing this.
Mm-hmm.
So come on, Crave. Come on. All right, so the category is Y2Gay, giving us a 2000 Club Kid look. Up first is Rita Baga. What is this?
I don't know.
This does not give me Club Kid.
I don't know what it was supposed to give.
Boo. Up next is Vanity Milan, and as soon as she walked out, I was like, I can't stand the rain.
Do
Yes,
my window. I can't stand the rain.
And I'm giving you Missy Elliott. I'm like, thank you. Okay, I'm glad I caught the reference. I'm glad.
Right? No explanation needed.
The only thing is, I would have liked a different wig,
Right?
but the rest, I enjoy this. I enjoy this. A different wig. That's all. What did you think of the look?
I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. I love the little billowy, cape thing. And I was like, how's she keeping that blowing like that?
I imagine something.
Create your own wind.
That part. Up next is Victoria Scone, who broke this, and apparently she broke it twice.
Uh-huh.
Apparently she tried to climb it a second time and it broke again. Everybody's reaction when Victoria broke. And there's the piece of wood that broke off. All right, but let's get to the actual look. I like this.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I like this. It has Club Kid elements.
Uh-huh.
So I was okay with it, but it seems like something's missing from this look. I just don't know what.
Color?
Oh no, there's plenty of color, honey.
Well, yeah.
Like something's missing from this to take it from a good look from a great look. You know what I'm saying?
I think she needed a different wig.
Maybe, 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 maybe. Moving on to Silky Nutmeg Ganache. Out of all of them, she's the one who gave Club Kid the most to me.
Right.
Like
Avant-garde club kid.
she walked out. I'm like, yep, I know that reference.
Mm-hmm.
I know that reference, and I like it. The shoes, I would have chosen something different, but ankle up. I like it. I like it. What did
She
you?
went with the one of the two pairs of shoes she brought.
I think so because somebody pointed out how many times she's worn these shoes. But if we think about it, Canada's known for wearing the same shoes over and over again. Ocean, Aqua Black. I'm talking to you. I ain't forgot. I ain't forgot, sis. Love you down, but baby, you wore those same black shoes with the silver rhinestone the streaks down the middle. Mm-mm. Every episode you was on.
Mm.
Even when you came back for the reunion and the finale, girl, why are we still wearing these shoes?
Because they're the only ones that fit.
Yeah, no. And last but definitely not least, we have Raja D. O'Hara.
In a completely different color.
I know, right? I was like, okay, miss, you know I love me some orange.
Orange.
Love me some orange.
Yes. I liked it other than that hole right there.
Now, if y'all watched Reba, you'll know this reference here. Tangerine! I just watched that episode not too long ago. You know, I'm really flying through Reba. I'm already on season 4. I'm like, how did I get here? But anyway, I'm flying through Reba. Oh, it warms my heart. I love that show so much. But anyway, yeah, I didn't even notice this hole until you just said it.
Yep.
But yeah, minus the hole. Great look. Great look. So out of these 5 queens here, who had your favorite look?
Probably Silky.
Yeah, to me, she fit the bill the most, the club kid bill the most. Raja is a close second to me, but I agree. I'm gonna give it to Silky.
I agree with your assessment too. The same order. First Silky, then Raja.
So it's now time for Spy Queens. So up first we have as the lip sync assassin. What did you think of her performance in this acting challenge?
I think she did pretty decent, actually.
I thought she did great. I thought
it didn't need to be at the bottom. I don't know what the heck they were
honestly
complaining about.
Two again.
Right.
I'm like, damn, this is gonna be the 3rd week in a row. Victoria and Silky, you love to see it.
Hey, 2 big queens.
Come on, big girls.
Give it up for the big girls.
Hey. Hey. But yeah, I thought she did a good job, especially for what the acting challenge was.
And the train agrees.
The overall acting I didn't like it. Like whoever wrote this know better.
Right.
The
train agrees still.
But I feel like Silky did a great job with what was presented to her. Up next is Raja O'Hara as the body yaddy 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 yaddy.
Rightfully so.
I thought she did a great job. She struggled during the recording of it, but it came together at the end. And I'm like, so Raja, you did a great job.
Yes. She redeemed herself.
She did redeem herself. Up next is Vanity Milan as the look queen, the master of disguise. This role, if there was a role out of all the roles, I think this would have been the role I would have wanted. Because just watching it, I'm like, I can see where the funny is written in there. It's just Vanity is so in her head.
Right.
Giving you what needs to be given.
Right.
And it was really hard to watch when they were recording the scene with the mannequin parts and they were fighting the assassin dude. And she was talking and she kept talking and not looking at the camera. I'm like, oh, honey.
And then she would turn and look right at the camera. And it's like, no, you're not breaking the 4th wall either.
Yeah, honey, you should have positioned yourself in a similar spot to like Rita had herself in.
Right. Rita go behind your assassin. Go to
Yeah, so Rita can, blah, 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 but we can still see her face and see what's going on. She was
Mm-hmm.
back to the camera. I'm like, you should have just got over to the side to where you and Rita could have seen each other eye to eye. And
Mm-hmm.
that would have gave you what you needed right there. That would have gave you what you needed. But honey, she was in that head. I could see it. I could see it. I'm like, no, get out of there, Vanity. Stop.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it. Rebuke it. Up next is Victoria Scone as the reading fundamentalist. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
got it.
love this suit.
Oh, baby, this eight. And she did such a great job overacting
Mm-hmm.
the scene.
Yes, she
Like,
gave what needed to be given.
she really did. She gave the cheesiness. She knew her words. Like, I was like, yeah, yeah.
The overacting.
And then we had Rita Baga playing the mother of the house. She's playing yet again another old person.
Yeah.
Now, it had its moments where I did laugh. I'm not gonna sit here and say like she just did a bad job,
Mm-hmm.
but like compared to everybody else,
Right.
and honestly, I really felt like they wanted a Canadian in the finale. I don't
Yeah.
think they're gonna crown her, but they wanted a Canadian in the finale, so they're like, we're just gonna give her the win here.
Right.
Oh, this scene right here where the stunt double came in and was supposed to be Silky. Just like Silky said, this was hilarious. It was so funny. So funny. But the judges made their decisions of Victoria Scone and Rita Baga being in the top two. Do you agree with this?
I think Silky should have been in the top.
I think it should have been Silky and Victoria Scone in the top two again for the third week in a row.
I just think they didn't want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. They really wanted a Canadian in the finale, and they knew if they would have put Rita in the bottom, there was a good chance she would have got sent home.
Right.
We found out Raja was safe, which I do agree with that. She did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bottom two was Vanity Milan and Silky Nutmeg Ganache. We've made it very clear that yes, I agree Vanity should be there, but I think Rita should have been that second one.
Yeah.
I really do.
Because Silky being there makes no sense whatsoever.
None. I was very. You could tell by her face, like, what do you mean?
Right? I am confusion.
I'm in big confusion.
What does this mean?
Yeah. But they go backstage. They do their typical. Let's talk about it. We've gone over it so many times and so many different variations. Let's just
Mm-hmm.
congratulations, LaCresha. You were the winner of this week's challenge. You must now pull a lip sync of either Silky or Vanity. Whose lipstick are you picking up and shoving in your titty?
Probably Vanity. But I know you play the game and be like, Silky.
And see, this will be the perfect time to play the game. Next week's the finale. There's no repercussions to my actions.
Right?
This is the perfect time to do it. The other ones I would have been like, okay, but this I would have made the move right here. Been like Silky, and even if I would have lost the lip sync, what's Silky gonna do about it? We're going into the finale.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? Like this is the
Mm-hmm.
time to make the big move. And yeah, I'll say it. I enjoyed UK versus the world more.
Yeah.
Like I enjoyed this cast more,
Uh-huh.
the sisterhood more. But
Yeah.
I really applauded UK versus the world for playing the game. Did it hurt? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It hurt.
Cried. We all cried.
China and Jenny Jacquet go back to back to back, the three front runners. It hurt.
Yep.
But I couldn't say nothing because I would have done the same thing. Send these bitches. Oh, I would have.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess going into this, I was expecting them to play cutthroat like UK did, but they're not.
Nope, they're not.
But I really love this cast though. Like the cast, I enjoy this cast more than UK versus the world, but I enjoyed the gameplay from UK versus the world more than Canada versus the world.
Right.
It's gonna be a dilemma. It's a dilemma that we're gonna have when it's time to rank these videos. Rank these seasons. I mean, rank these seasons.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you would have chose Vanity. I would have chose Silky. So we're on the main stage, and we find out that this week's lip sync song is "Freak" by Estelle featuring Cardinal Official. I see why Silky wasn't in the top because Silky would have ate them up to this.
Yep.
And maybe when the song started, I'm like, oh my God, I haven't heard this in decades, in ages. But then I was confused. I'm like, wait a minute, they typically do songs by Canadians. Like, what's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
Come to find out, this Cardinal Official, he's Canadian. Like,
Ah,
okay, now I see why we got a good chunk of his rap verse because that's one of the things for them to be able to do the show. The songs have to be by a Canadian artist.
right.
I heard that Boom 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 is gonna be one of the songs next week, and I'm like, how is that supposed to go? None of them are Canadian, I don't think. I'll have to look. But you know a song Boom 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 Boom?
Boom, 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 boom. That one.
You in my room. That one, yes. Rumor has it
Uh-huh.
that's one of the lip sync songs for next week.
Mm.
And I'm like, I know the rule that they have to be a Canadian artist, or maybe because it's the finale, they can get away with it. I don't know. But anyway, we got Freak, Estelle. Honestly, they could have held this for next week, so we could have got a good lip sync from this song. Because what was this lip sync?
I don't know. I was gonna ask you.
And I'm like, now I'm gonna give Rita a little bit of props because I'm like,
Mm,
okay, she's not doing bad. She's just not
right,
doing good.
right.
And I like that little leg bounce she was doing. I could be a freak. I'm like, okay, Rita, I could.
Hey.
Okay, I see you with the little leg bounce, the bounce. I'm like, okay, I can rock with that. But the rest of
Mhm.
it, no.
No,
Victoria, what were you doing?
I don't know.
What was this?
Again, I don't know.
I was so confused. This don't fit the song.
She was just doing anything.
This is why Silky and Raja was not in the top two because they know they would have ate this up. Oh, she's
Yep.
back here that I could be free. I can. Like I said, that's the only piece of the lip sync I enjoyed. I'm like, okay, Rita, you could have kept doing that, and I would have gave it to you. Just seeing these two back there lip syncing along, I'm like, I know they would have ate it. I know they would have.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is going on?
Everybody is flip flopping around.
Like, look at Silky's face. She's like, girl, what is this? Raja,
Um,
she's that supportive homegirl no matter what.
like, hey, you
But
eating
Silky's
even though
like,
you're
girl,
not.
what am I watching? It's just, it was a mess. But they made their decision. And Rita Baga was the winner of this lip sync. Do you agree?
No.
You thought
Well,
Victoria?
I mean, like, yeah, out of the two.
I'm finna say, yeah, out of the two, I'll give it to Rita. I'll give it to her. And she won a cash tip of $10,000. Jingle, 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 jingle.
A
So I was right with my theory. Every odd episode you won cash, and then the even episodes you won a trip.
yeah.
So our bottom two queens pop up here, and
Mm-hmm.
Rita made her decision. She sent home Vanity Milan.
Milan.
Bye, Vanity. Well,
Hey,
we'll see you next
Vanity.
week anyway. Next week's the finale. We're gonna see you next week, honey.
Right.
So it's only a short goodbye. Okay, we'll see you next week. So
You still get paid for the next episode.
I'm so proud of Vanity. She came and showed out this season, especially
She
with
really did.
she stepped up her game when it came to the runways. She really did.
She really did. And I was on Twitter a lot, and people were like criticizing her, and to hear that people were like, oh, she only made it so far on her season because she was a person of color, was like really, really like
Yeah.
disheartening to hear and to read, because it's like, no.
I didn't see that because I'm at this point on Twitter where I'm starting to read folks.
I know, I see it.
But I see, speaking of reading, folks, James has been reading on.
Oh my God. I know.
Oh,
My timeline has been full.
Tyra, I'm so glad you're back on Twitter, honey. Reading Nation Lopez, and I love me some Nation. But I've seen I watched the Roscoe's viewing parties, and every time it's happened a few times in these past few weeks, I'm like, girl, why are we throwing slugs at Tyra?
Why?
Are you upset that she actually won the show? Ooh,
Ooh,
ooh, and you were first out. Ooh,
ooh,
the first out came back and then went right back home, right?
ooh.
That's what happened, right? And I love me some Nation, honey, but baby, don't come for Tyra. Don't do it. Don't do it. And then Nation's gonna be in the respond to one of them and be like, and you can DM me. There's no need for us to do this in public. Honey, you said what you said.
In public
To be posted on YouTube, which is a public what? Platform.
platform.
Don't do that. But anyway, Miss Vanity, I saw her.
Because she has been tagging her in everything.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Tyra's not the one. But back to
No.
Vanity. Vanity, I saw her response to it. She posted this long notes.
Yeah.
Talking about how during her season, a lot of people believe she only made it there because she was the PLC. And I'm like, no, you made it there because you were sickening.
Yes.
And when it was
And this
for your life, you did so.
exactly.
You did so. And there was a few of those lip syncs I still, to this day, don't think you should have had to done.
No.
Again, it's not Desmond's Drag Race.
Exactly. They used her to get rid of the people they didn't want.
Yep. But next week, it is the lip.
Ooh, Tracy, that dress.
She looks stunning. Next week is the lip sync for the crown, honey. And I'm kind of upset they didn't do like the little screenshots, at the end of everybody in the back of the stage. Are you team such and such, team such and such?
Right.
So I'm gonna.
They posted them on Twitter.
They did. So I'm gonna ask you: are you team Rita Baga, team Raja D O'Hara, team Silky Nutmeg Ganache, or team Victoria Scone?
Mm. You know I gotta go for the Chocolate Sisters.
So
Silky.
Silky. I'm
Silky.
going to say Silky as well. I would not be upset if they crown Victoria though.
I wouldn't be upset if they crowned Victoria.
If they or Raja, honestly.
Or Raja. Like my top three are Silky, Raja,
Like if any of them
Victoria.
I'm okay with it. But if I had a choice, I would say Silky because to me, Silky has gotten the winner edit.
Yes.
She was humble. She was her sisters when they needed her. Pulled one sister to the side instead of trying to, I guess, embarrass her publicly. Like she has, in my opinion, has been given the winner's edit. I say, I know she's gonna eat these lip syncs up.
Yes.
Well, it depends on the song. It depends on the song, honey. Because what happened when your daddy don't know? Your mama's gonna do tonight. I had to add that to the playlist. I'm like, that's cute. I did. But our special guest next week is gonna be Monet Exchange.
Ooh.
I'm so excited to see Monet. And she's also gonna be on the judging panel for the finale. For some reason Kendall likes to have strangers panel. Now Monet is not really a stranger, but it's just like, for the finale, it's supposed to be just family. Why would you have somebody else there? But I'm glad if you're gonna have somebody, it's Monet.
Yeah, it's that long distance family member who don't know nothing.
Yeah, I'm okay with Monet coming in. And plus she's won the show before. So it's like she's won All Star. So it makes sense having her there. You know what I'm saying? But that is Canada versus the world. Again, I'm so glad it's ending next week. I'm so excited for our little week break.
Oh my God, my stomach is growling so loudly. I hope you cannot hear it.
I'm gonna say I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. But let's go ahead and wrap things up here. LaCresha, where can they find you on the social medias?
You can find me at Cresha McGill. That's CRESHAMCGILL on all social media.
And you can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDESMOND. Thank you so much for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see y'all later. Bye.